The truth about high notes. This is a tough subject. It's something that everyone wants. We all want high notes, and we can go our entire lives without figuring out how to do it. High notes I'm really talking about are lead, trumpet, sound. I'm not talking about, puny, tiny little squeaks. They have their place in music, but today, this is what I'm talking about. Lead, trumpet, sound. How did the best achieve it? When they were younger, they treat it like, a bit of a game. I've got it just down here. Treat it like a game or a childlike environment. When I think about getting my upper register together and other people getting their upper registers together, it could have been in a competition setting, a high note competition. It could have been trying to play a chart that's way too difficult for you. It was always a game. It was always fun. We always pushed ourselves, we're always in the right environments. So you've got to emulate that childlike environment. If you turn into that adult judging thing, then you'll never put the reps in. You'll just get annoyed with yourself. So you've got to treat it like you're a child. That's really the best way of learning anything, I think. The determined character nature of lead trumpet players. It would be quite strange for me to see someone who is a lead trumpet player that had never gone through this. They can grow out of it, but generally speaking, they've been through a period of seriously determined. You've got to be determined because what we're doing here is very, very difficult. And once you get the feels together and you understand what you're doing, going through the childlike environment, then you don't tend to lose it. It's a little bit like riding a bike. But to get to that first initial stage, you have to put your body through an extraordinary amount of stress. That's why there are not very many people under the age of 18 that can do this at all. 19, they're very, very, very rare. So a very determined character. The right community situations. Okay, I had a fantastic musical upbringing. I was very, very fortunate. I was always surrounded by other musicians. My family are musicians. And I had access to some of the most brilliant teachers, but also the most brilliant students too. I got to play with them. I got to be a child with them. I got to mess about and treat trumpet like a game, like it was something that was fun and something that I could win. And that environment created the opportunity for me to excel in this area. I wouldn't say it was without, criticism and judgment from other people around me. I certainly had a fair share of that, but fortunately, my determined character carried me on. These people, generally the ones I see who have made it as a lead player, they were always music-led. They didn't have a huge obsession with the mechanics of the instrument. They just put a chart in front of them that was too difficult and they tried to do it and then they managed it eventually. Music-led, absolutely key to being a trumpet player in my opinion. Far too many people obsessing over methods, exercise books. They have their purpose, they're great, but music-led, that's going to be the way forward. And then finally, the reason that they managed to achieve it was because they were first in band at a very young age. This is really, really important. It's not something that one can't overcome when they get older. I'm not here to be doom and gloom and say that you can't be a lead trumpet player now. However, if you are 15 years old and you're playing first chair in your high school band or in a community band or something like that, you have a fantastic trajectory. If you imagine getting the reps in, every single time you go to band rehearsal, you're getting the reps in. The other three players are not getting the reps in. I'm sure there'll be some people watching this that felt like maybe they were one of those guys or girls who wanted to get the reps in but couldn't get the reps in because there was always a guy who was sitting on first. Now, with these guys, it can go one of two ways. They can burn out and overdo it, or they can rise to the absolute top. But at the end of the day, once you're out on first and you climb, the ladder of musical success, if you will, or professionalism in the music industry, you will, generally speaking, stay on the first chair. It's what you're known for. And with that comes high notes. High notes come from that. They don't come from anything else. And we'll discuss that more in a minute. Things I hear most often when discussing high notes with trumpet players. I don't have the right physiology. This is a tough one. There's no way of proving whether this is true or not. It's sort of a dead end of a conversation. I would say that maybe you're just making an excuse. There are some people that are going to have some benefits. There's some people that are going to have others. I would say that your physiology determines your sound to a point, but I'm pretty sure that anyone could play a double C if they knew what they were supposed to be doing and their body knew the correct coordination. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think you should limit yourself by just talking about your physiology. This is just like, okay, I've tried all these years and I never managed it. It must just be my physiology. This just feels bad. I don't know. I'm not talented enough. Another one. It's I haven't been able to do it in the past, so if I say I'm not talented enough, then I don't need to persist with it. Talent's a difficult conversation. There's a big debate around it, whether it exists or whether it doesn't. All I'll say is that if I could say that talent is also the fact that, I was very fortunate to have a mother as a music teacher. I was very fortunate to have, as I said before, lots and lots of players to play with when I was younger. I was very fortunate enough to have mentors and idols to look up to on the instrument. I would say that they all go into talent, right? That's not separate of talent. We're not just talking DNA here. You can immerse yourself in the world of high notes enough, if you like, and you will figure it out. I'm pretty sure of that. I don't even like high notes. Okay, everyone likes high notes. Even if you say you don't like high notes, you like high notes. And even if you don't like high notes and you want to be doing this, semi-seriously, you would still rather be able to do this than not be able to do that. Because if you I'm not even going to go there, but this is an excuse. Don't do it. I need to change my embouchure. There are some circumstances where this might be true, but it's so small. It's like 1% of situations, and everyone wants to throw themselves in this camp before they actually look at the other solutions. Doing this is hard, right? It's hard. It's tough. So yeah, using this as another excuse, bit of an issue. I need to change my embouchure. Go ahead, change your embouchure. Let's see how it goes. It's probably going to be, you're probably going to end up just the same point on the mountain next time. We'll talk about that in another video. Have some ideas. It will mess up the rest of my playing. Maybe temporarily, maybe 5-10 minutes after doing it, maybe. Yeah, true. But what does the rest of your playing mean? You limit yourself to just one style of music. It's 2026. We got to play everything these days. I'm not referring to classical soloists and even hardcore jazz improvisers who basically play a different instrument to the one that I think I'm playing, at least when it comes down to what the goal is here. Just no, this is all just excuse. What can I do then? You've just said I'm making all these excuses. What can I actually do to get better at playing high notes? Well, first of all, I would say seek out some community opportunities to play lead trumpet. This is absolutely vital. If I'm not playing lead trumpet very often, my upper register goes a bit wayward, a bit inaccurate, and I lose my stamina. This is super important. Just go find some community opportunities and commit. If you want to do this, you're going to have to do it a lot. So find a good opportunity, something that inspires you and where you can be around other people and geek out. We'll get there in a minute. Be a kid again. Go be a kid. Go geek out. Go and enjoy playing trumpet again in a really open, enthusiastic way. Put the speakers on, just play some high notes, play along with Maynard, do this kind of thing. I promise we've all gone and done it. We've all had to do that. And make that an absolute priority in your practice if you want to do this. You're going to go through periods. I'll tell you, when I was a kid, there were periods of time where I was spitting blood out of my mouth. I'm sorry, it's a bit graphic, but, you will be determined to do this. And if I wanted to keep going on this journey, I'd probably have to go to another level like that. And it's a crazy old thing. Practice smart and in sprints. Okay, this one's real practical. A lot of people I know that are trying to play in the upper register are wasting and giving everything up in their practice session before it. They're spending 50, 60 minutes warming up. They're doing their fundamentals. They're doing their long terms, all these things. All these things are important for general trumpet playing. I do believe that. Do not quote me to say that I don't think fundamentals are important. They absolutely are. They're what I built my entire trumpet playing career on. However, if you actually want to improve in high notes, the best way to do it is fresh. I got good playing high notes by playing video games. I played video games, and every time I died, I picked my trumpet up and I played high notes. And I put them down again and I played more video games. And this cycle of doing this over and over and over again gave me a lot of reps on fresh chops. What a lot of you guys are doing is you're getting really, really tired in your fundamental practice. You're doing some pieces, you're doing what you think you should do, and you are doing a lot of good things. But then, you're getting to the end, you're trying to play high notes, you're getting frustrated, annoyed, judgmental with yourself, angry, gets worse, throw the trumpet down, get angry. No, don't do that. Be smart, practice in short sprints, 10, 15 minutes. That's all you need, 10, 15 minutes. Not even that, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Get the horn up, go bang. You don't need to prepare. You don't need to do any of these things. You just need to explore, explore, explore. Geek out, talked about that. Explore equipment. I'm going to do another video at some point on equipment and how I feel it affects your mind and whether you should be getting equipment for problem solving. But in this case, I think exploring it with an open, interested mind about what it can do for you is good. If you're someone that's been playing a 3C, 7C, 1.5C, 1.25C your whole life, and you want to play high notes, definitely worth looking at a more commercial sort of mouthpiece. So definitely explore equipment, get yourself up to a 10 rim, an 8 rim, somewhere like that, go shallow and see what it does for you. You may find that all of a sudden you add a bit of, range. I'm sure a lot of you out there have already done this. Be a better musician. The biggest growths in my high notes abilities came at the same time as my growths as a musician. They run together as a track. Now, obviously, there are guys out there who can play high notes on the trumpet. Their musicianship is limited. That's totally fine. They're doing something they enjoy. It's not a problem. But I would definitely say that your taste as a musician will help get you towards the high notes. This is a task-orientated game. If my goal is to play a double high C, I will never achieve that. If my goal is to play great music and make the music even better by putting on a big fat double C at the end of a chart, I'm going to find the double C. Why? Because my goals are aligned with reality, and also the adrenaline is kicking in when the moment comes, right? When the double C is there to be eaten at the end of a chart, I'm ready to go because the adrenaline's there. So become a better musician, focus on music, do these things. These things are going to get you the upper register much more than any exercise, This one's the most important one. Practice smart in short sprints. Short sprints, short sprints. Play, go do something else. Play, go do something else. So important. All right then, let's wrap up. So excuses will limit you. I talked about this a little earlier. Try not to use excuses. Just be open to what there is available. Try and look for clarity over information. The information's going to kill you. You need the clarity. You need to get your horn out and you need to just do it. Find your favorite music, play along. Have a musical perspective. Musical perspective. I can't say this enough. It's really, really, really important because how you hear something is going to determine what your body will do. If you hear a poor sound in your mind, your body will produce a poor sound. You have to hear a really, really clear image of exactly what you want it to sound like, and you need to have it in musical context too. So maybe I probably played some of my best high notes when I've been surprised at work, much more so than here. When it has to happen, it has to happen, and it's because I'm trying to serve the music, not my ego. Keep the sound loud in your head. Take your favorite high note player and just pummel the sound into your mind. I listened to Wayne Bergeron every single day for about 8 years. I would go on YouTube and I would filter by upload dates and for Wayne Bergeron trumpet, and I would listen to every single one of his videos. Every single one. You have to keep that sound loud in your head. You need to know exactly where the peak of the mountain is that you're going for. If you don't and it's just kind of approximate, it's not going to happen for you. Be relentless. There's no easy way to do this. There's no relaxed way to do this. If you want to master the upper register, you're going to need to be relentless about it. You're going to have to practice it a lot. You have to practice it every single day. You're going to have to hurt yourself. You're going to have to test your body. You're going to have to push yourself. That's not to say that there isn't an easier way of doing it as you start to understand where those notes lie on the instrument. But you've really got to find them first. And you've got to discover those. You can discover them by playing them quietly. You can discover them by giving yourself leverage in the middle and low register. This is these are the kind of things that I talk about in my Trumpet Academy. This is the little wrap up. This is what I think is most important. If you've liked this video, if you've enjoyed it, if it's resonated with you, please please subscribe, and I'll do some more of these if you like them. If you are interested in going any deeper on this, I do run a Trumpet Academy. It's called Louis' Trumpet Academy on the school platform. The link should be down below. And if anyone wants to go any deeper, I'm really happy to talk it through with you on a call in there. So thank you very much for checking out the truth about high notes. Hopefully that helps you guys. Thank you.